and I took out a loan, and I'm a stock trader. And I kid you not, right now, I'm down over $7,000. If you're clicking on this video, I want to say welcome, and I want to say congratulations. And why am I saying that? It's because that you are thinking outside of the box and you are not thinking like other individuals. And if you're clicking on this to support me, I want to say thank you. But we're just going to cut straight into it. Money does not exist. And what I mean by that is it doesn't exist in the way that you think it does, right? So right now I have yen, right? I'm American, but right now I'm on vacation, so I have yen on me, right? And right here, this is the Amex Platinum, right? This is physical, right? Of course, right? In the physical sense, this exists. But in real life, in all actuality, in real reality, money does not exist. Money does not exist in the way you think, right? For a long time, for centuries and centuries, money was resources. That's what money is, a resource. And, things like bartering and trading was a thing. But people would actually trade things that actually had actual value. Potatoes, seeds, strawberries, blueberries, goats, cows, all these different things that actually had actual value, things that could actually, satisfy your hunger, things that could actually, make you feel good, make you smell good, like incense and perfume and oils and colognes and all these different things, right? These things actually had real value, right? It's not like, This right here is government made, and this right here doesn't exist in the physical sense. It's just paper. That's all it is. All these things, this metal, it's just it's coin, but it's just metal. It doesn't exist in the sense that you think it does, right? And in this video, you're gonna learn and you'll be able to adapt this mindset. And this is what's gonna be able to truly expand your financial growth, expand your wealth, and be able to completely change your outlook on your current situation at the moment. Whether you're struggling, whether you're in a mountain of debt, whether you're struggling in school, whatever it is, this is gonna be the mindset that you'll be able to understand and adapt and utilize within your day-to-day life. So what do I mean by money doesn't exist, right? So for example, right, electricity exists. Electricity is a real thing. Air exists. It's a real thing. We breathe it in every single day. But a lot of people don't understand electricity like how a scientist does, right? A lot of people don't understand electricity like, in its real sense. People just use it, but not really understanding it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know how to use my phone. Like, I use my phone every day, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know how it works. I don't know absolutely in any way, shape, or form how this mechanism works. Or even this camera. I don't even know how it really actually works, right? And that's what I mean, right? This money, currency is an energy. Just like electricity, it's an energy. Just like us, we are energy. Which is why we all operate at a certain frequency, right? They say that nothing ever touches anything. We have never actually touched each other before. Because there's a force field around our atoms or our molecules that causes us not to touch, and that our atoms and our molecules are constantly shaking and vibrating because we are operating at a certain frequency. Just like this table is operating at a certain frequency, the air is operating at a certain frequency, and of course you have the one above all, Jesus Christ, God. He activates at the one and only frequency, right? And to understand money, to understand success, to understand wealth, to understand even knowledge, right? You have to understand that you have to expand from the 2D, expand from the 3D, and think outwardly and inwardly as well, right? Now, please follow me along. I'm gonna try to keep it slow and I'm going to try to break it down as much as I can without trying to, I'm not trying to sound smart. This is just the only way I could truly break it down. And whoever understands it, and I hope you do and you adapt it. But money is an energy. Money, which then also states that money is a frequency, right? To truly understand money, you have to understand that it is meant to be something that is constantly moving. Constantly moving. So something that is constantly moving, that is never ending. What is it? Infinite. Money is infinite. I have had this mindset for a couple of years now, and I always give thanks to my parents, but of course, first I give thanks to God, because I did not have to be born with these parents, and they did not have to adopt this mindset and adopt this knowledge and pass it down to me, but they did, right? Where, especially my mother, she has this mindset and this relationship with money where she's like, it's always going to come in some way, shape, or form, right? And even where things are rough, even when things are hard, even when things don't seem to make any logical money, financial sense, everything always winds up working out in the end, right? And whether you're a believer of God or not, whether you're a reader of the Bible or not, in the Bible, it literally states, now I'm paraphrasing, of course, but it states how you are supposed to adapt the mindset of abundance. Adapting the mindset of abundance, and this is not just occurring to money, this is occurring to everything. This is occurring to wisdom, godly wisdom. This is occurring to physical knowledge about how to operate within this world as a member of Christ. All these different things, right? Adopting the mindset of abundance will be able for you to fully understand how money works, and that this stuff doesn't exist, right? It's not meant to be something that you hold on to for dear life, right? Which is why all the financial gurus on this platform and on Instagram and on whatever, Patreon, whatever, they all state that just taking your money, your income, and just putting it in a savings account is not the method on how to be financially stable and get rich and be successful and wealthy. Money is infinite. It's meant to constantly move. Which is why when you get your income, right? This is your income. You have it in your hands. Instead of just putting it from one hand to the next hand, like from this checking account to the savings account, what you're supposed to do is take it. All right, I'm gonna put some in the stock brokerage, put some in the homeowner's account. Let me go put a little bit of bread in the IRAs. Let me put a little bit in the savings account because I need to have an emergency fund. Let me put a little bit in the kids' college fund. Let me also put some bread towards the church and homeless and whatnot. And then let me keep a little bit of play money for myself. That is the idea, to where now all these different departments and whatnot, the money is moving. The money is moving and currently working to where even overnight it's doing shit that you're not even thinking about, because it's doing its thing. It's doing what its job is supposed to do, which is continuously work. Humans were not built to work every day, day in and day out for the rest of our lives. We were not built that way. That was not our intended purpose. Of course, the government wants us to be like that, but that was not our intended purpose, right? Our intended purpose was to have dominion over the earth. Money is of the earth. This is made out of paper, correct? This is of the earth. You have to adopt the mindset that, because remember, first, hold on, before I continue on that point, we need to understand, you need to understand that everything is spiritual. And the mental, your brain, your psyche, your thought process is literally the gateway, the spiritual highway for good thoughts, bad thoughts, and in the middle, in between. And then, of course, yourself, right? Because remember, now I'll link a video in the description about how you are not your thoughts. Okay? So, if it is the gateway, if it is the spiritual highway, if it is basically the bridge between the physical and the spiritual realm for us humans, right? We have to understand that our thoughts mean a million times more than what we really think it actually means, right? When you say, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm trash, I'm blah, 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 I'm this and that, blah, 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 do we not understand that God in the Old Testament silenced and made a man mute for speaking negativity? Because that's how powerful our words and our thoughts are. He made a man mute because of the negative words that he was spewing out into reality. We have to understand this, ladies and gentlemen. So you have to remember that to be able to fully understand how money works, you have to adopt the abundance mindset. And to adopt the abundance mindset is to let go of currency. Stop being so with currency. Stop worrying about it. Because I'll tell you right now, you know what? Something's telling me to tell y'all this right now. Right now, I took one of the biggest risks of my life and I took out a loan. And I was told by God to do it. Not gonna lie to you. Because I was so against loans and stuff like that. That's one of the reasons why I never went to college. I'm 22, never went to college, never got a car loan, never got any of that stuff. And I was just like, blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden, bam, you should do it. And I took out a loan, and I'm a stock trader. And I kid you not, right now, I'm down over $7,000. And do you see me worrying? Do you see me crying and just like, no, because I have an abundance mindset. I know that I'm going to be straight because first of all, I have trust in God. I know that God would not steer me in the wrong direction. Secondly, I have the abundance mindset. I know that if this trade was to fully go left and I don't get this money back in this trade and I have to sell it as a loss, I know for a fact that I can get this loss back within the next month or two. Whatever. It's all good. I'm chilling. It's whatever. And I'm guarantee you there's going to be probably 80, 90% of y'all that's never going to understand that. That's not going to understand that until 10, 20 years later. You know what I'm saying? But for the 10%, for the 5% that's watching this right now, y'all going to get it. To where you could be like, you know what, I'm down 1,000. You know what, I'm out of a job right now, but I know I'm going to be good. I know I'm going to be straight. I know I'm going to be good. And that's what I mean by money doesn't exist. When you adopt this mindset where it's like, it's whatever, and it's going to come back, I'm telling you right now, on multiple occasions, bro, I've gotten random money just sent to me out of nowhere. Checks from who knows? I'm telling you, shit just comes into my account. Shit just comes into the mail and bam, I could just deposit it in my account. Bam, all of a sudden, all these opportunities start rolling my way. Bam, all of a sudden, all this shit comes my way and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Glory be to God, bro. And it's because, thank you, Jesus. He gave me the mindset of abundance and he gave me the knowledge. He gave me the knowledge via so many teachers and via so many people that I know that now I adopt it and I put it into my lifestyle. And I never lack. I never have scarcity, bro. Never, ever, 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 ever. I'm telling you right now, bro, I'm kid you not. I'm down the most amount of money I've ever been down in my life. And mind you, I've been down 50% of my account, all that shit. So that shows you, like I said, like my account has gotten bigger. And bro, I'm telling you, I lost Ethereum, I've lost thousands of dollars in the market. I've lost a lot of shit, bro. And I ain't never tripped. Because guess what? I know that, bro, this shit, all it is energy, bro. That's all it is. It's just like air. It's just like water. It's gonna come back. I'm gonna be straight. I'm gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that I'm gonna be given everything that I need. You know what I'm saying? And this is another thing too, right? You can't just have this mindset selfishly. You have to, if you want to fully adopt this mindset correctly, please understand me. You have to be a giver. You have to be a giver. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm not saying you got to pay tithes to the church. I'm not even saying, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even saying that. But what I am saying is tip your servers, right? Tip the waitress, tip the waiter, right? Give money to the homeless. Feed the homeless. When people ask for something, whatever, cool. Don't expect anything back. You know? And I don't ever talk about like the stuff that I do for charity or whatnot, but like there's plenty of times where like I'm just like, okay, cool, whatever. Even when money is low, because that's how much faith I have in God and in myself. Because I know that all this money is gonna come back. I'm chilling, you know? Because that's the thing though. You cannot be a blessing without being a blessing to others. God will remove your blessing if you're gonna be a hoarder and be selfish. It says it that he will make the rich poor and the poor rich. He will make the he will make the prideful humble. So if you you have to understand this. With this mindset and with the understanding that money doesn't exist, you have to be free to give it. Give it to when the opportunity approaches itself. You know what I'm saying? You know, it takes nothing to go and pay for a quick little Happy Meal. It takes nothing to give this person a quick little cup of coffee. You know what I'm saying? People at work know. You know how many times I offer people free coffee, free donuts, all that shit, man. And I don't expect nothing out of it. I'm not doing it to expect favors or expect you to like me. No, it's just because like, nah, you know what I'm saying? We cool, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I got it today. You chilling today. You don't gotta worry about it today. You know what I'm saying? And this is what happens. It's just an ever-flowing cycle. I don't hoard this shit, man. It's just paper. It's just money. Who cares? You know? Who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry for cursing for whoever is watching this. I'm sorry. But like, this shit really gets me, you know? Like, this shit don't matter. It don't. Because I've noticed one more thing. After this, I'm gonna close. Personal testimony. Every time I've ever really worried about money and got super stressed about it, it just got worse. It wasn't until I let go and chilled and knew that I was gonna be good to where all of a sudden things would start working out. Every time I was stressed, it would just last longer and longer and it would just get worse. But then as soon as I just let go, as soon as I go like this, all of a sudden, shit just starts flowing in. Money starts flowing in, opportunities start flowing in, blessings start flowing in, you know, because like I said, oh wow, I just got something from the Holy Spirit. My church that I've been going to since I was a kid, all right? They say that this is the place where living waters flow, right? We are like a river, right? You put a dam, it's constricted. The water can't flow. If you put a dam right here, you put a wall right here, the water's flowing from the top, guess what? That water ain't going past that. You gotta let go, and the living waters will flow through your body, it'll flow through your life, and bro, and you gonna be good. Get right with God, man. That's one of the best things I can say, man. But understand, man, and understand this money shit, bro, this shit ain't real, man. This shit ain't nothing to worry about. It ain't nothing to worry about. Bam. You made 1,000, you can make 1,000 again. You made 5,000, you can make 5,000 again. You made 10,000, you can make 10,000 again. You made $1 million, you can make $1 million again. Because best believe, whenever God allows me to make $1 million, I know for a fact, if I lose that shit, I'm gonna make that shit tenfold. Can guarantee you that. Can guarantee you that. But anyways, man, I hope you guys loved the video, man. I hope you guys, whoever understood it, man, man, God bless you, man. I really hope that, like, I really hope this video touches someone, man. If it can only just be one, and it can be life-changing and you want to be a millionaire, man, please let me know. Not saying I want anything, but that would just be amazing, man, to understand that, like, this video actually really touched somebody out there, man. But anyways, man, I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. It has been I, the Don's Journey. I shall see you.